Hello and welcome to your Costa Rica Connection. I'm Joseph Emanuele, and continuing with the series of live videos we're doing of area professionals. Today I'm with Clermont Ganet of Colibri Multiservices here in Playa del Coco. Colibri is a remodeling and repair company. So Clermont, thank you so much for allowing me time to come in. I know you guys are busy around town with all your staff and everything. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions that you can answer, so this way the clients who are viewing this video can get a good idea of what needs to be done around the area.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. One of the questions is what should a client look for when they're considering using the services of a repair or a remodeling company?
Two things. First, it's important to know if the client look for a price or look for a professional job.
Okay.
With a professional company, because there is many laws. So the company has to be licensed. The company has to pay the benefit for the workers.
For the workers.
And very important too, insurance for accident.
Okay, so basically it's important that somebody looks for a company that is legally set up, that is paying the insurance for the employees, like workers' compensation, and that they're licensed by the local governments as well.
Exactly, because if not, you're going to be responsible for all those costs if something happens.
Oh, so the actual client that's hiring the company is actually liable for any of those expenses that may come up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I do want to tell the folks here real quick though that it's an advantage to work with a company like yourself because your multi-language abilities. You speak English, you speak French, and you speak Spanish. So that's a real advantage for people here in the area.
Yeah, and also now at my office we can take the calls and in English.
In English?
So we can serve it.
Perfect. That frees you up a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Can you tell me what are some of the common mistakes other repair companies make when they come to do some basic repairs?
What I saw, the majority of company doesn't have many experience.
Okay.
And they're gonna try to fix just what they see, not the cause.
Not the cause of the problem,
Not the cause
just
of the
the effects of the problem.
Yeah, that's why you have to go back many times. Also, they don't have really good tools because you have to invest. So we have tools here, we have trucks, we have worker with experience. So all this thing, and we have good guarantee too. Because sometimes that happens, we have to go back. But
Exactly.
usually I can say 99% we don't have to go back.
Yeah, 90% of the time you don't have to go back.
No.
I know. I remember one time when your guys actually came to do some electrical work for me, and they did a fabulous job. But you were out doing another job or overseeing another job, and the guy was there, and my Spanish is horrible, as you well know. It's getting better, but it's horrible. And I tried to explain to the gentleman how I wanted the lights set different ways. And I guess the communication was horrible. You came back and I explained it to you. You explained it to him. He made the change 1, 2, 3, and I was extremely happy.
This is a point very important, the communication.
Exactly.
If you hire people who speak only Spanish, of course, we are in Costa Rica.
Of course.
But sometimes it's not really what you expect. You say, oh, it's not what I was thinking.
Exactly.
So, with my company, so there's no problem for communication.
Exactly. Fantastic. Another question I have for everybody is I understand you also do home inspections. I've actually hired you a few times for properties that, as a realtor, we want to make sure that the new buyer is not getting stuck with a major problem on their hand. Can you explain a little bit about what you offer for home inspections when a buyer is looking to purchase a property?
I decided to do home inspection 4 years ago. After 10 years that I have my company, so I saw many things, construction where, because there was no rules before.
Exactly.
So it's easy for me to do an inspection very carefully. Be sure, because the client, the future buyer who use me, hire me to do an inspection is very important for me to protect his investment.
Of course, it's important to protect the investment, and they're relying on you and your experience to make sure that they're not buying something that is a problem child down the road.
Exactly. So I got 10 different, what I see items,
Okay, 10 different sections.
sections, and at the total it's 68.
It's 68 items, points that you inspect.
And we use different electronic equipment test
Exactly.
and picture when it's necessary. And at the end, I can give an estimate to fix the problems
That's
we
correct.
have, or sometimes buyers want to know, okay, if I add another floor, another room, how much can cost if we do the bathroom?
Exactly.
So I can give an estimate for that too.
That's good.
They're gonna help to take the decision.
That's good. That's fantastic. Great. All right. Last question I'm going to ask you. When doing a complete remodel, okay, say if I wanted to remodel my bathroom because I'm not happy with it, do the owners of the property need to get special permits to do a remodeling, or can that be just done because it's inside the house?
This is the question for
Okay.
everybody. By the law, Costa Rica, it's simple. Everything over $10, you need a permit.
Everything over $10, you need a
But
permit.
it's not realistic.
Of course it's not.
So what I suggest is one is a medium and large
Okay.
job, a project. I recommend to ask for a permit.
And it's really not that difficult. I do understand it's probably like when you're building a house. You're going to have to supply architectural drawings of what's being changed, and it's got to get permitted through the College of Engineers and then submitted to the municipality.
Exactly, it's the same process.
It's the same process.
Same process. You want a fence, it's the same process.
Exactly.
And we offer that process to do because it's a lot of technical. You have to go maybe 10 different offices,
Correct.
buy
The proper
the
stamps.
fence.
Exactly.
And, but sometime we can start before the permit if just to prepare.
To do some basic preparations. Exactly.
What happens if you don't ask the permit and the municipality
Shows up.
shows up, you're gonna pay the double price that you should pay for the permit.
Okay.
Okay, if the permit should be $2,000,
Pay 4,000.
plus the architect and everything.
Okay, so, all right, so it makes sense that if you're going to do a remodel or an addition onto a house, or you're gonna build a fence, you might as well do it the proper way, just like I had to do in the US. One time I did a big landscaping project at my property. I added a 75-foot wall out of railroad ties. And back then I thought, well, it's landscaping, I don't need to do permits. Well, you know, I had major construction trucks there doing this, and somebody from the local town showed up and said, you are required to have permits. So it's the same thing here as it is in North America. I'm sure in lots of parts of Canada where you're originally from, you have the same requirements as well.
Yeah, because you need regulation.
Exactly.
That's what we complain here sometimes. You can have you have a nice house, and the house after that it can be a garage.
Could be a garage, correct.
So if you have the permit, the municipality is gonna say no, it's not a place for a garage.
Exactly.
That's why that's protect everybody.
Well, the good thing is now that Costa Rica has instituted some codes. They've always had building codes, but there have never been electrical codes.
Yeah.
And that has just been instituted in the last couple of years, which is good because then it makes people feel safe, secure that their house is not going to burn down because the electric being done in it is done not correctly.
Yeah, since March from this year,
Okay?
you need an engineer electric to have your permit too.
Oh, you need to have an electrical engineer sign off on the electrical schematics of any construction or remodel you're doing.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and it's very great.
Great. Well, Clermont, I really appreciate you giving me the time to sit down and talk with you. I know you've done a lot of good things for me and a lot of clients of mine that are very happy with the work your company offers. So please go ahead and tell everybody who you are, give them a way to contact you, and thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Go right ahead.
Okay, thanks. It's easy to do a good job when you like what you are doing. So you can contact my company by website, Colibri Multiservicios.com. So now we have a Facebook too, access with the same Colibri Multiservicios, and the office 2670 0030. And you can reach on my cell phone 24 hours a day, 88 87 84 84. Thank you.